Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, my name is David the Dutch and welcome back to my next part of the Warframe Second Dream quest, which involves going to the moon. Yes, we have entered the Luna. We have come here to protect the moon from Hanao, the evil star, the evil sentient that has come to destroy us. Yes, it is now interesting because this place is weird as heck.
Collapse the void, Shadow, so that my fragments may attack.
As you can see, the only thing Hanao wants to see is to collapse the void upon the moon itself, which, however you put it, is a bad idea. So, what kind of happens here is, well, we need to slice our way through all these weird, shadowy looking versions of Infested to get to to wherever it is we need to go exactly, because it's never made clear at this point directly. Maybe more below. However it is, we are doing this is going quite well. So I've outfitted my Warframe this time with some more variety in weapons. I am equipped with the Tetra. I think it is the Tetra. I think, as far as I know. That's usually a bad thing. So apparently Hanao isn't planning to crush the moon with the weight of the void. It's got to be it's got to be pretty bad if the void can collapse, and it can collapse upon a moon. So we got to stop it. So the setup I've got this time, I've gotten back to my old favorite and old familiar here, the Excalibur frame, equipped with, once again, dual heat swords, along with the, I believe it is the Tetra energy rifle, along with the Sonic Core sidearm, which works quite well for its crowd control effects. And I'm making my way quite well. I have been able to equip a dual blades mod on. I've been able to find a dual blades stance for this particular weapon, which is Crossing Snakes, which has the combo took me a while to figure it out, because I didn't expect it actually that the combo system would react as well as it does. So it took me a while to figure it out, but once I get a hang for it, I've gotten the hang for it now. So yeah, I wanted to go check, but as you can see, I get interrupted, and you don't want to interrupt when I'm trying to look at menus. That's a bad idea. So as it continues on, I took a look, found out, and well, I didn't find it necessary to, you know, practice it on single targets, so I looked for a bigger group if possible. That is not a bigger group, though. Apparently they were not interested in giving me bigger guys, so or more guys. Well, we've got one here, but still, taking care of these pricks is a pretty easy job, as is shown here. Now, I have to say that this quest really more emphasis is on the whole thing on what we are. It definitely shows that DE is obviously going for much more story-based gameplay, or better said, at least story-based is the narrative, because it's still very much very vague on what we are exactly and how things got to be as it is. You know, the secret origins is very much in the dark. There has now finally been some explanation about what we are. We're about to see finally me getting the combo right. There we go. Very effective with the dual blade, with dual heat swords. The smash, the ground slam works quite well as well. But I found the typical combo slicing through enemies at a very, well, acceptable rate. I decided to switch out for my Tetra for a moment. I believe it is called Tetra. Unfortunately, I cannot read it that well from here. Yes, it is called the Tetra. I see it now. Sorry if I don't remember all the weapons. I'm not as invested in this game as some of the more hardcore Warframe players out there. I play it as much as I can and as much as I like to. So, as it turns out, we need to apparently collapse the void. As you can see, there's a large number of dudes here, so I decided to bring out, well, Excalibur's secret weapon, which is, of course, this Exalted Blade, which basically is basically a lightsaber on steroids. Now, the whole point is that we apparently need to get the moon now out of the void. How she ever got in there in the first place is beyond me. But right now, the objective is to get it out, and the only way we're going to do that is by apparently either deactivating or altering the void compasses, which these ancients, which are still being a pain in the ass as usual due to their annoying grappling attack, I decided to just, if you guys don't want to just leave me be, I'm just going to have to employ a lot of violence against you. And, well, they seem very keen to let me do that, so I just went along with it and decided to chop them up into little tiny little pieces of infested. They may not like it, but I really couldn't care at this point if they liked it or not. Now we gotta get to the collapsing of this thing, but, well, better said actually not the collapsing, but putting this thing back to where it was supposed to be. As you can expect, not everybody finds that idea very appealing. And this guy, the Stalker, which really just doesn't like us very much, is very determined on making that sure. Now, this isn't exactly a very hard thing, because directly combating the Stalker, I would have to say, is not the best idea. So I would suggest, just as I do here, to just move away from the Stalker as much as possible and keep the void compass. Now, later on in this little mission, we get some backstory lore information about the whole about what, you know, how things got to be and how we got to be, you know, the whole Tenno thing. I'll keep quiet on that point just to let you guys enjoy that a little bit. And as it is, there is a lot of background information about it, which creates for interesting little messages, because we get some more information about what the Tenno are, which has been kept in the dark for a long while. It's clear that we're something that isn't exactly normal, but it was never explained exactly on what we were. Now, I have to admit, I am far from the pro play, so do not expect the best of Warframe plays here. As you can see, I'm mostly just running, which most people do not do in Warframe. Most just dash, but I like the running. I find mine keeping my ground to the feet. My ground to the feet. Yeah, let's go with that. Let's switch those words around and keep my feet to the ground. Yes, that's what it is. Now, I was trying to get a snipe out on the Stalker from up there. It just didn't work out. As you can see, things have worked out well here. Now we just need to move on to the next little bit, which involves having to apparently deactivate some kind of thingies, the pendula, as Lotus describes it. Now, it appears that Aleph V will not be able to help us anymore, because apparently, while he's also been busy trying to kill us, he's also been looking for Aleph V, so he just bugged out. So it wasn't like he was that helpful to us anyway, so it was like good riddance to him. We can finally clean this whole mess up, which is working quite well with these dual blades. At this point I was like, you know what, let's just blow this joint. I just legged it out of there. I was like, I don't need this, I don't want this, let's just get this over with. Now, as usual, void environments have these weird moving, you know, segments of the environment. Now, this guy was really persistent on me killing him, so I decided to Sonic Core his ass. He didn't particularly enjoy that. So, I just legged my ass out of there and got to the next bit, which is here, which unfortunately comes with a little surprise. Apparently, this place has some weird security stuff going on. And that's what it is. It's a giant Rubik's Cube with gyroscopes around it, and it apparently shoots weird slashing laser beams, which hurts like heck. Now, I kinda already figured it out looking at the environments. I sometimes have these epiphanies that I can't figure out what I'm supposed to be doing, so I just found out, looks like this thing might be using something I could use to blow up, well, the devices. Now, at this point, it didn't work out so well, because this thing actually hurts like heck. It does weird, you know, like a sucking cyclone. It spews out these energy orbs, which creates this energy cloud, which hurts like hell. It tries to slice me with energy, which also hurts like hell. This thing is just hell because it hurts like hell. So at this point, I was just like, just gotta avoid him, just gotta wait for it. So I didn't know where he went. Then he apparently showed up behind there. I was like, I was just gonna stand behind him. But then he's like, yeah, I'm not falling for that trick again. So if you want me to shoot it, you're gonna have to work for it. And I was like, God damn it, you are a persistent bugger, aren't you? So I was just legging it, you know, running about, making sure I don't get chopped into pieces. Doesn't work out completely for me. As you can see, I tried again. He's just not that much of an idiot, but I am. So I got myself shot, and he got me. So he just goes into this little, and then he starts throwing these orbs around, which leave these nasty clouds. So I just stick behind it, and I actually kept myself in a safe spot here. So then he went for the whole cyclone thing again, which I really didn't like. Luckily this time I was able to live through it. And then he showed up behind me again, as usual. So I was just trying to make sure I was alive, that I could stay alive. This time though, I was able to finally be able to trick him. He of course had to make things difficult for me and started throwing those explosive cloud thingies around again. So yeah, I was just waiting, and then all of a sudden he's over there and I was asleep. And it worked out. And done. I got it. Now, the next little bit is going to give us some information about the background info. So I'm going to just be quiet about it so you guys can listen to it in full enjoyment.
What they need, Margulis, is to be destroyed. They're devils from that hell, not human anymore.
No, Hollis, no more destruction. We could heal them. Maybe they're meant to save us.
How can you defend these devils, Margulis, after what they've done to you?
Love looks not with the eyes, but with the mind. They won't hurt anyone. I just need more time.
Hush, my wilted love. I cannot protect you. Tomorrow you must renounce before the seven.
Now, as it clearly states there's definitely some background information going on. It's giving us some names which have been not revealed in any way what they are or who they are, but clearly the female is directly linked to the Tenno because he speaks of devils, and the Tenno have been described again as something being not human, as that guy describes. Now, I could go into deeper, and I might go deeper into this in the next video, because basically it's done now, and I'm gonna have to wrap it up here. And in the next video, I'll probably continue on with which will be the last part. Which this isn't long, but it was a nice little thing I wanted to do, so I did it. So I hope you guys have enjoyed it, and I hope you guys stick around for the next video. Oh, and by the way, I'll put in the screen an annotation to the previous video, which you can then check then.
Is back in normal space, but the reservoir is in more danger than ever. Hunhao will send his fighters, and the Stalker is still coming for you. Move now.